Normally my tripod is made of chocolate oranges, but today it's made of significantly less chocolate oranges than normal because I got peckish. So I'm balancing it on basically something for my box swap later. So when I send this to Kirsty, then there's going to be a problem and I shall have to invest in proper equipment. Let's crack on. Today I was tidying my room, ta-da, and I came across 3 books that I have that are absolutely fantastic for writers and people who love lists, and I'm very excited about these and I want to start them immediately. The minute I turn the camera off, I'm going to get in bed and I'm going to play with these because these are fantastic. So let's begin. The first one I found was for lovers of lists, so anyone who loves lists but is an avid reader, and it's called Literary Listography, Reading Life in Books. And basically on every page it's got space for a list and then a topic corresponding with that list. So on this page it's dystopian books I love, and I write them all down here, and then an example of a dystopian book, The Handmaid's Tale, in case anybody was confused as to what a dystopian novel is. It's got other things like my favourite science fiction. It's got Never Let Me Go, which is an absolutely beautiful story, and if you haven't read Never Let Me Go, I strongly suggest it because it's just one of those, it sort of cradles you and takes you through it very slowly and you don't actually realise what's happening, and then when it happens you're all just sort of like left at the end. When you've closed the book you're just sort of like, oh dear. So I very much recommend it to people who love a bit of dystopian fiction. Favourite coffee table books, and there's Street Photographer by Vivian Mayer, and just a little illustration on all the little books. My favourite classics, Passage to India there, and you write them all down. And I'm very excited to start this because I love lists. I've already started a few bits at the beginning, like my favourite authors I've written down here. I've tried to leave half of it so I can add more authors because I've not read anywhere near as much as I want to, and so hopefully I can get the rest of this filled out. And the other 2 were things that I know most people out here will have come across before, but I've had these tucked in my drawer for ages and I've only just started playing with them, and I think they're really fantastic because I'm doing English literature with creative writing at university. Things like these really help me just to get the kind of flow going. So it's 642 things to write about and 642 tiny things to write about for keeping in my handbag. I think that's a really cool idea. But it's got things like pages like this with big stories and little stories, and then things like, think of an object that describes you, describe it. An email that you inadvertently sent to someone who wasn't supposed to see it, what happens? The first lie you were caught in, what you wish you were. The carpenter who brought candy, your favourite piece of playground equipment. Oh, and then in the little one there's things like, you're divorcing your spouse, rewrite your wedding vows. I buried it in the backyard. What? George Washington sits in on a session of Congress 2016. He writes a quick postcard to his wife. What does it say? Oh, the things you could write in that box. But they're just little writing prompts that really help you get your creative flow going, as it were. They're just little things that spark you and send you off on one. And then you've opened up the kind of reservoir of really good content. The good thing about them as well is the topics in there are absolutely absurd, so it really gets the imagination going, and that's what I really like about it. So that's all I have to say today, and I will see you next week, hopefully with a box swap, because me and Kirsty are doing our swaps this week and she's only in London, so that shouldn't take too long to do. I've got all her bits and pieces here, I'm looking at them, so I hope she really likes them because I quite like them. I like them, I think they're good. So hopefully next time we speak we'll be doing that, and it's always ever so exciting. So if you want to stick around, you know what to click and whatnot, and I will see you next time. Mwah.